What's up, guys? Joseph Lombard, aka Interesting Far, and I'm with Zachary Lombard, aka Magnum of 5.
Hello.
And welcome to another Lombard Bros Talk Show. This is the 107th one we're doing, and the second one we're ever doing in the new house. First off, I do want to thank Diego for actually showing up to the house last week and joined us on the talk show. It was a lot of fun. I think last week's talk show was a lot of fun. But now we're back. It's just Zach and I in the house together. But we do have another guest coming on later on in the show. His name is going to be Daniel Faulkingham. He was actually on our show before, but he's going to be on our show again. The reason why Daniel Faulkingham is going to be on the show is because he won the Laura iRacing NASCAR Series Championship this past Saturday. If you don't know what the Laura iRacing Series is, it's actually my iRacing league. Well, it was the season finale this past Saturday, and he ended up winning the championship. So he's going to come on the talk show later on, and we'll talk to him about that, and maybe you guys can ask some questions to him and stuff, and maybe he'll answer some questions.
Hello.
Hey, Daniel, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Well, how's your day?
Pretty good. Well, I was going to try to join in. I was trying to use my phone to get in because I was going to use my phone as a webcam, but I guess that didn't work, so I had to quickly get on my computer, get on my PC, and just join that way, and now we're here.
All right. Doesn't look like we got a webcam on your side.
Yeah, I gotta get a webcam one of these days, next time I come on the show.
There's no point for you to see it, Zach. He's got no webcam. Well, and
try again next time.
Yeah, try again next time. Well, Daniel, first off, I do want to say congratulations on the championship in the Laura iRacing Series, which I tell you what, I will say it wasn't really that easy for you to win the championship, not competition-wise, but probably it was just an obstacle towards the end of the race. Tell me about the championship race for you, man.
Yeah, the championship race, it was fun. It was pretty odd racing at Kansas because, Kansas with the Xfinity car doesn't bring up the best of racing because just with how tight the car is, it's almost like a one-groove racetrack around the high lane. But, yeah, definitely I had to go – I pretty much went strategy right off the bat so I could get track position, and it worked because I pretty much led right from when I took the lead on the restart all the way to, like, the final 30 laps or so. So, worked out pretty good. I almost had my championship end when Caden hit the wall coming off of 4 and wrecked right in front of me. I was not sure what he was doing there, but I don't know. I can't control what happens, but somehow I got through that, and it cost me the win. Unfortunately, I really wanted to win to really prove something to the championship for in the entire field. But yeah, we still came home second, and we brought home the big prize. That's what I was there for.
Right on. Well, that moment when Caden wrecked in front of you, and you actually, I watched back from the broadcast part of it, and I didn't realize it was that bad. I thought Caden hit the wall and you got into him. He bounced off the wall and he got into you then, and you said you had like right side damage and stuff, but I didn't realize he hit the wall and he spun across the racetrack and you nailed him basically in the side and stuff, and it looked like it was a hard hit, which could have ruined your chances. Did you think at that, and it looked like you kept it short, kept it going, but was there any point after that you thought, my championship hopes is over, this car is going to be damaged, it might blow up eventually? Did you have those moments in the final laps?
A little bit, because after that, I immediately went to look at my temps, especially because after the race, when I looked at my car, the nose was completely caved in as well, so that was not good at all. So I was pretty much looking at my temps right after the wreck and seeing how fast I was going. I was only losing 0.3 a lap to Ashton, so and plus you pitted way before I did, and I pitted a little bit later, so I had the fresher tires that gave me the advantage too. So yeah, just after that, like I said, I was watching the temps because I pretty much hit my nose pretty good. So my temps, they weren't going up, so I knew I was good to go. So I just had to ride it out, and after that, I really did not want to yellow. I did not want to stay on pit road, fix damage, because we would have been on even ground. So I'm glad no yellow came out after that. But yeah, almost finally glad luck kind of went my way this time.
Yeah, because you finished third in the race. Sean finished fourth. I finished fifth. I mean, if anything happened to you, one of us two other drivers could have capitalized on it. And, I was catching Sean in the final laps too, just in case if something did happen to you. I'm like, this could be between me and Sean if it comes down to that. But you held on to it. The car was good enough to still, even though you were losing ground to the leader because of the damage and stuff, at least the engine, all that stuff held on for you to win the championship. So tell me about what your season was like overall in Laura.
Yeah, definitely. I will say the start of the season was rough compared to the first season. Just going into the season, I felt really confident because personally, the Xfinity car is my favorite car to drive, like on the oval side in iRacing. And just I was after Daytona was a mess. I think the whole field was a mess. I was kind of shocked how that race went, and then the next two races at Atlanta and Vegas, I was just shocked how tight the car was, and plus the weather didn't help things either. Atlanta, I was expecting to be loose because that's what Atlanta is. In Las Vegas, it was gonna be like a mix, like either a hit and miss for me. So I was just so amazed how tight the cars were, and I knew after those races, I knew it was gonna be a struggle because I had to pretty much fight my way back in points. And after I got that stage win, my first top 5 of the season at Auto Club race number 4, that gave me the confidence that I can figure out these cars and I can go after a championship that, to be honest, I should have had last season. So this season was pretty much a redemption season for me, and glad to say I got it done. So pretty much after Auto Club, I've been just clicking them off with I think a runner-up at Richmond, third at Dover, then just kept banging out top 5s, and but so I've had a few struggle. I struggled a few races, especially at Talladega, Daytona, Pocono, but after that, I was just banging in top 5s, getting a couple of wins. Pretty cool to be the first ever person to win on a road course in Laura at Road America. That was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it was all about just adjustment to these cars because it's even though they may drive similar, they are pretty much almost stuck to the ground most of the time. They're still a struggle because they have completely different handling models.
Sounds good. Well, next season, Laura is going to move to Wednesday nights from Saturdays. Are we expecting to see you in Laura next season, even though the races are moved to Wednesday nights?
Yeah, I should be able to. The start of the season might be a little shaky, but definitely, I think pretty much at the start, middle of March, I'll definitely be there to try to make every race I can to go defend my championship. And I'm more excited because we're moving to the Cup car next season, and I love driving the Cup car. I've gotten so much better with it throughout 2018 as a whole. So, yeah, I feel like this year or this season could be another strong suit for me. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, it might be a little bit of a struggle at the start of the season to try to make a few races, but after that, I should be good to go. Be ready to go defend a championship.
Sounds good. Now, of the drivers that you compete against this season, Laura, I know between now to the start of the season, whenever that comes along, obviously no schedule has been announced yet, but we're going to have some new drivers, and then we're going to have some drivers that's going to return next season. That was this season. Out of the drivers that you expect maybe to return next season, who are the drivers you're mostly looking out for to try to defend your title and stuff? Who do you think is going to be your biggest competition in the Cup cars?
The first one comes to my head is Hunter Johnson, who won the season 1, who beat me in season 1. He was really, I know he's really strong in the trucks. I think that's really one of his best vehicles to drive in the trucks. I know that. Xfinity, he was pretty strong too, but just towards the end of the season, it was a little bit of a struggle, and especially with him getting suspended on iRacing as a whole, that allowed him to miss Homestead, which knocked them out of the playoffs. So after he got knocked out, I knew that I felt like this was my championship to lose. So, yeah, I feel like Hunter, if he does return next season, he will definitely be my biggest competition. And I know a few of the Nork drivers that come down to race, like as myself as a Nork driver that comes down and supports your league as well. I don't know how many of them will return. I know Sean said he's not going to be able to return this season. I think Justin Lazenby said he might not be able to return, but we'll just see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Well, Daniel, do you have anybody to thank for your championship in law?
Absolutely, I gotta thank you for starting up this league. I know I've been a fan for you ever since 2012 with you and your doing your YouTube channel. And when I heard you were starting this league, I was like, I had to join this league and be a part of what you're doing. And now I just kept racing in this league, and now I get to say I get to be good friends with you now. So and be friends with so many more people. Pretty much what helped me get into the Nork series as well. So thank you for putting on this league. I also got to thank Rudy and everyone at Max Speed TV who does the broadcast, who brings some great racing action to YouTube. Very fun races to go back and watch after the fact. And I also got to thank everyone who comes down and races as well. It's a blast to race each and every week. I mean, I've had a few problems with a few people, but I don't hold grudge. I usually get over it pretty quickly. So I enjoy racing everyone, and also got to thank to all the fans who watch each and every week, who also watch Nork, also watch Laura. Great, you have a really good fan base mixed with a lot of a Nork fan base, and just bring it together as a whole. It's always a good time.
All right, sounds good. If we're gonna keep you here for another few minutes, we're gonna have fans. We're gonna have the chat ask you some questions. So,
Yep.
For the chat, if you guys have any questions for Daniel Faulkingham right now, we'll have him answer some questions for the next few minutes. So feel free to ask him a question. Obviously, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, I got chat up on my phone right now, so I can just answer questions right off of chat if they want me to.
Yeah, also you can follow Daniel Faulkingham on his social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to keep up to date with him, see whatever he's doing in his life, you can follow him. Daniel, what was your experience in the first season of Laura?
It was a pretty fun experience. Also, it was pretty much getting used to a lot of really good drivers because, like it being the first season, that's when all the Nork drivers came down, and that's when so many other good drivers just from the iRacing service in general came together to race. So it was a fun experience getting to know so many new people, and I get to say I'm now friends with a lot of people now. And yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. Like I said, came so close to winning season 1, but I definitely got redemption what I should have in season 2. So very good experience.
All right. What got you into racing, or I should say racing and iRacing in particular?
Yeah, it was just 2012 was really the first year I really started getting into racing. I know when I was first born, I was born in 2002. My parents were pretty big fans of NASCAR back then, so and I watched it a little bit, but I really don't remember those times because I just don't remember. But I guess I've been watching a few races from time to time, but I wasn't really that serious with it until around 2013, start 2013. And yeah, when I got an iRacing job by just watching a lot of YouTube videos and watching a lot of other iRacers do iRacing. Like one comes to mind, Jeff Fabignano, who did a lot of iRacing. I know in 2016 is when I really started watching him for real. Yeah, it just looked fun. I had to get into this, and ever since then, I've had a blast.
All right. Who is your favorite NASCAR driver in real life?
It's a mix though. My all-time favorite driver was Dale Jr. Always. He was always my favorite ever since I started watching, and once he retired, I did not know who I wanted to go with because as myself, I am a big-time Hendrick Motorsports fan, so I like to root up for all the drivers, but it's hard to pick just one to root for. I mean, with just my heart, like with the 88 car, it would be Alex Bowman since he took over the 88 ride, but with Chase Elliott coming into the picture now, because he was my favorite driver when he was doing Xfinity in 14 and 15, and when he came to Cup and once Junior had to go out for concussions, he was my driver that I was pulling for. So it's a mix between those two. Also throw William Byron in there as well because he was my favorite driver in 2017 when he won the Xfinity Championship. And also you got Jimmy in there, Jimmy Johnson. Pretty much, I'm just a fan of all the Hendrick drivers, but it's just so hard to pick just one. But yeah, it's very tough.
Sounds good. What do you do in your spare time?
Yeah, pretty much what an average, 16-year-old teenager would do. Pretty much when I'm usually not hanging out with friends, playing basketball and stuff. I'm usually on iRacing, just doing just general racing online and stuff. You know, just doing official races online. Usually hang out with some of my friends online as well. And when I'm not doing Laura, of course, everyone's probably seen me doing the Nork Guy Racing Series, which is also a very fun league to compete into. And yeah, pretty much what an average 16-year-old teenager would do. We're just hanging out with friends, playing sports, and trying to be as healthy as you can.
All right, sounds good. Well, Daniel, we do appreciate the time for you to come on this talk show today, and of course, once again, congratulations on your Laura Championship this past Saturday in Season 2. Hopefully, we'll see you a lot in Season 3, and maybe you can go after a championship again in Season 3. So, best of luck to you next season. Of course, congratulations, and I will see you in North tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you once again for bringing me on, and I promise I will try to have a face cam next time I'm here. I'm gonna try my darnest to have one here, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sounds good. Take care, Daniel. Have a good day.
All right, thanks, Joe. See you later, Zach.
Yep. Daniel Faulkingham, driver of the number 30 car in the Laura iRacing NASCAR Series. He also drives the number 30 car in the Nork iRacing NASCAR Series. Daniel Faulkingham, really nice guy. Congrats to him on the Laura iRacing Championship. Of course, took a few minutes for him to get on again, for racing the out there. It happened to him last night, it happened to him again. But, of course, it was great to have Daniel Faulkingham. I pretty much asked him the questions I wanted to ask him, and, of course, he got a few questions in from the fans and got some good stuff out of him. So thank you, Daniel Faulkingham, for coming on tonight on the talk show. And, of course, congrats to him on the championship. Hopefully he can defend his championship next season in Laura. So speaking of Laura, guys, nothing has been announced yet on when the season opener is going to happen, when next season's starting, when the schedule is going to be released, on what the schedule is going to look like. You guys will have to stay tuned. Just follow me on my social medias, and you'll eventually find out when the schedule is going to come out. But it will be the Cup cars next season. But hopefully, and of course, the races will be on Wednesday nights now and not Saturdays anymore. So, but yeah, we'll see. Just stay tuned for that. But yeah, Daniel, he's in chat right now. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Hey, Gus.
Oh, God! This poor dog!
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're wet!
Oh.
Oh, Zach, I guess you ain't sitting here.
No, I guess not.
Well, yeah, Pete took over. Okay.
Hopefully they can still
Giz,
see
come
it.
We gotta get Giz on camera.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Giz!
Hey, thanks, Gus.
Oh, he gave you room. Just like, what's up?
Hi.
That poor Gus, he slipped coming up here. Look, Zach, I got buddies.
Yeah.
You're wet. I need to dry you up, dog. All right. Yes, you got anything to say? See the camera over there? You see it over there? Oh, yeah, God, don't lick me. Oh, look, Zach. Don't lick me.
Hey, Gus.
Yuck! Don't lick me. Gus, you got anything to say? Since Giz, all he wants to do is lick me!
And kiss you.
All right. Oh, all right, you're done. Golly, right in the cheeks. All right. I think we should end the talk show here. Hope you guys enjoy this Lombard Bros talk show. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you guys will have a great rest of your Monday. Joseph Lombard, a.k.a. N2SC4, with Zachary Lombard, a.k.a. Magnum 5, with Gizmo and Gus. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.